Okay, this is video 2 of preparation for the month of January. So I just want to give you some more details on how to get your stuff together. Because if you're used to doing 12 by 12 pages, you'll see very quickly that these come together very fast, but they're small. So you kind of have to downsize everything. So as I mentioned to you, so I don't know if you've noticed, but I did update this sheet. And I added titles on it, like suggestions for titles and where they should go. And this here on the sketch measures about 1 inch. So I went into my stash, and I know you guys have some of this stuff. So these are old, super old, but they're, hey, they're blue. They match. So I pulled these little puffies that I can possibly use. These ones here, I'm sure you have these. If not, like you have something similar. These here are a little bit bigger. So these measure 1.5. So it is going to be a little bit big, but depending on what you want to write, it should be fine. So look at your stickers, your thickers, your puffy stuff, because you do have some. And then I pulled out these ones. I don't know if you guys remember these, but I really like these little craft keyboards. It would match the paper here. So I pulled those out as well. And then some of you may have this one. So this again is a really old stamp, but if you don't have the stickers, you could absolutely stamp them. There was a few variations of this. There were squares, there were rounds. So look for small alphabets that you might be able to use to stamp some of your words. And then I have a bin. I don't know about you guys, but I have a bin called calendar. So anything that has months on it, I put it in that bin. Now, check this out. This is so friggin' old, never used it, that it's going yellow on me. So I'm going to pull this out because I really like the circle with the January. This is really old. I don't even know if you guys were part of my club back then, but you might have something in your stash very similar. There's this one here that's super pretty. That's from a couple of years back. So you've got the months here and you've got little flowers. So that might be interesting. This one here, again, I bought it and I never used it, and I really like it. So like January, I can put the day. So I'll put January 1st on my layout. I like it. You can actually use your Cricut and make little tickets, but just a little square of this is really pretty. This is another one. It was captured memories, and you had the dates. Again, like you can stamp these. You've got journaling lines that can help you if you want to do some journaling. And there's also this one here. This is current. This is a Melissa Esplin one. I find that they're a little bit big though, but who knows? We might be able to use them. The idea is not to have one style, but just to have something to be able to identify the month that you're going to be scrapbooking. So, I took my stuff away. Hold on here. This is live, guys. It is live because I don't want to do pre-recorded stuff all the time. And I'm dropping everything. So remember when I said to you guys, look at your stash, look at your papers. And I thought that I was just going to use like this paper from that full sheet. And it kind of needed something else because this is such a busy pattern. Like if you see up here, it's a super busy pattern. So I looked in my older collection. So I've got this one here. I pulled out a little piece of shimmer, that blue one, and I'm going to show you what I did with it. So I did these really pretty borders. So I want you to look at your thin cuts and look at your other papers. So this paper was a mix-in. It was from the cards I did this summer. So the back side, never used it, but it matches really well. This one here, I'm sure you'll remember, we did a class with that. Busy here, but look how pretty it looks with these papers. Again, this one here, if I bring it up close, it's got little dots, and it's from the mix-in collection. So look at whatever you have in your paper stash and put it aside. Like I've been building a bag. So I kind of started putting stuff in a bag here, ribbon and all sorts of stuff, because that's what I'm going to draw from to create these 4 layouts. So I will do an assembly video, and I'm going to process that one. I'm going to make it, I'll speed it up. But just to give you an idea, now the sketch for this one, I had a little bit at the bottom and then a little bit at the top. You could absolutely put a full sheet, but this is the size of sheet that I had. It wasn't longer than this. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do here? So I'm going to add a little piece at the top. I could also leave this white. You don't have to put pattern paper, but I just kind of wanted to put pattern paper on mine. So I'm just going to do a quick dry assembly for you. Here is my 4x6 picture, and I trimmed it down on the side here, and you'll see why in a minute, because this goes here. So I'm going to make this guy go on top like this. So you can see that I'm following this sketch. And then I've sized these 3 little pictures here. So just to give you an idea, like this is just a screenshot of my phone. And then I have these 2 pictures. The reason why I cut this down is that I wanted to have the sun in my layout. Then these here, I want you to look at your thin cuts. Like, see how nice it looks when you add this at the bottom and this here at the top. I'll sneak that underneath, but you get the idea. So again, like I end up buying a lot of stuff, and I don't get to play with it all that much. So these are the fancy borders. So these are pretty. Like I can see that probably I'll be using this one next month for Valentine's month. This is a pretty one. And I know that a lot of you purchased this one here. And I'm a little bit concerned because I'm missing my, oh no, here it is. I thought I lost it. So this is this thin cut. So you probably haven't used it. It's really pretty for cards. But because it's 6 inches, it's perfect for these pages. So I thought that I would add this element, and it also reminded me, like I kind of pulled it from here. See how it looks really similar to the paper? So it kind of matches. So I'm trying to pull things together that I already have to create these layouts. Now, this is going to be my first page, and the first thing when I started to put this together, I'm like, uh-oh. I didn't leave myself any room to put my title. And it's important to start your first page with a title. You could start, if you don't have a lot of pictures, you could have a full sheet picture. So because these are 8x6, you can put it on an 8x10, and then you can trim it down. So you could print it the full size of the page, and that would be your first page. So I've been playing around, and Cricut was being nasty yesterday. It wasn't cutting, it was doing a whole bunch of weird things. But this is the pennant that I created, and I went ahead and I put some shimmer on it, and I don't really like it. I find it's too much. But even though I've got my trees here, even if I put this like this on top of this page, so it says, I'm not sure if you can read it, but it says 52 weeks 2021 edition. So that's an example, but this is sized to fit on all of them. So all of my layouts, oh, I guess I should bring this down. All of my layouts, this will fit on the ones, like all of the ones. So you may not be starting with this one. You may be starting with this one here. This absolutely fits right in the corner. And if you don't like the pennant, there's this really pretty one here. Again, I could put it down here. I'd remove this part, and then I could put this down right here on my page. And then we know that we're starting this book. I've done a few of these. So whoever is doing blue, let me know. And the first one that speaks up, I can pop this in the mail. Or if you're picking up anything, you could pick these up. This one here, I might redo it because I'm not a fan of the glitter on it, like the shimmer, but if you don't mind the shimmer, I'll put this together, so this will be up for grabs as well. So I just wanted to walk you through and start thinking of things that you can pull together, like those old stamps. Like, seriously, guys, these are so old, like they've yellowed, and I've never used them. So, like you, I'm actually excited about this project because I can use some of these stamps that I've had in my collection for years and years. Look at your old background stamps. This is a really cute one, like to put backgrounds in back of your papers. So this video is just to get you thinking along those lines. Hopefully by Thursday, I will sit down and I will put this together. I'll probably put together layout 1 and possibly layout 2. It's going to be difficult because I'm not sure if you need the inspiration to start going, but once we have the first month under our belt, it'll be a lot easier for you guys to create your own pages. So I'm going to sign off for tonight because I asked for a 5-minute quiet time and I did get it, so I'm grateful for that. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a nice evening. Bye.